Welcome. We have discussed some moment inequalities and we have left with some most important moment inequalities like basic inequality, Holder's inequality, Minkowski inequality, and also we shall discuss in this lecture a very basic inequality from which most of the moment inequalities can be derived. Now let us start the rest of the moment inequalities. Now first we shall start with a lemma. If x is a random variable with expectation of x equal to 0 and variance of x equal to sigma square, that is equal to also expectation of x square, then probability x greater than equal to x is less than equal to sigma square by x square plus sigma square if x greater than 0, and probability x less than equal to x is greater than equal to sigma square by x square plus sigma square if x less than 0. Now we shall prove these two inequalities. Now for this we select a function, choose a function, let ht, that is equal to t plus c whole square with c greater than 0, and here we have ht is greater than equal to 0 for all t, and also ht is greater than equal to x plus c whole square for t greater than x greater than 0. Now we consider probability x greater than equal to x. This is less than equal to probability hx greater than equal to x plus c whole square, and this is less than equal to expectation of x plus c whole square by x plus c whole square. Since for all c greater than 0, this is for all c greater than 0 and also all x greater than 0. So now expectation of x plus c whole square divided by x plus c whole square. So this is equal to expectation of x square plus c square plus 2c expectation of x divided by x plus c whole square. Since expectation of x equal to 0, so expectation of x square will be sigma square plus c square by x plus c whole square. So this is because expectation of x equal to 0 it is given. So now we have to minimize. Now to minimize, c square plus sigma square by x plus c whole square. For c, we differentiate it with respect to c and equating to 0. We get this. So that implies 2c equal into x plus c whole square minus 2 into c square plus sigma square equal into x plus c divided by x plus c to the power 4. This is equal to 0. So this implies by solving this we can get c equal to sigma square by x. Now we can also verify this value for c equal to sigma square by x. The function c square plus sigma square by x plus c whole square, this takes the minimum value. So that means if we take the double derivative with respect to c using c equal to c square sigma square by x, we can get it positive. So the minimum value of c square plus sigma square by x plus c whole square occurs for c equal to sigma square by x. That implies minimum of c square plus sigma square by x plus c whole square equal to sigma square by x square plus sigma square by x plus c sigma square by x whole square. Now this will be sigma square by x square plus sigma square. So probability x greater than equal to x, this will be less than equal to sigma square by x square plus sigma square if x greater than 0 and probability x less than equal to x is greater than equal to sigma square by x square plus sigma square if x less than 0. Now we have proved the lemma. So now Let us consider an example. Let x is a random variable with probability density function fx that is equal to 1 by 2 root 3 if minus root 3 less than x less than plus root 3 and 0 otherwise. Now we can verify that expectation of x equal to 0 and variance of x equal to sigma square that is equal to 1. So if you take in the previous lemma, if you take for k equal to 3 by 2, then probability mod x minus mu greater than equal to k sigma. This is equal to this by Chebyshev's lemma inequality probability mod x greater than 3 by 2. So that is equal to 1 minus probability mod x less than equal to 3 by 2. Now this is equal to 1 minus probability minus 3 by 2 less than x less than 3 by 2. So this is equal to 1 minus integration over minus 3 by 2 to plus 3 by 2 into fx dx. Fx means 1 by 2 root 3 into dx. So that will be equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 root 3 into 2 into 3 by 2. So this will be equal to 1 minus root 3 by 2 is equal to 1 minus root 3 by 2, and that is equal to, this is approximately equal to 0.134. Now if we use the Chebyshev's inequality, so probability x minus mu greater than equal to k sigma this is less than equal to 1 by k square. So using k equal to 3 by 2, we get x minus mu greater than equal to k sigma. This is equal to probability x minus mu mod x greater than 3 by 2. This is less than equal to 1 by k square. So 1 by 3 by 2 square. So this is equal to 4 by 9. So this is the upper bound for this probability and this is the exact probability. This is the exact probability we have calculated. So there is a much difference between these two values. Let the probability of having a 6 with an ordinary die be 1 by 6. Find out the least number of time for which the die will be rolled, so that the probability will be at least 0.95, that the relative frequency will be in the interval of 0.02 with the theoretical frequency at the center. Now here we have P equal to 1 by 6. Now the relative frequency, we have to find this relative frequency, that is R by N, minus P at the center. This is R by N minus P, less than epsilon. This is greater than 1 minus PQ by N epsilon square. So here we can use P equal to 1 by 6 and epsilon equal to 0.01. Epsilon equal to 0.0. So probability R by N minus 1 by 6 less than 0.01 greater than 1 minus 1 by 6. This is P. Q will be 1 minus 1 by 6, that will be 5 by 6. PQ by N into epsilon square, 0.01 square. Now according to question, this probability will be 0.95. Now that means 1 minus 5 by 36 into 1 by N into 0.01 square, this will be 0.95. Now by solving we can get the approximate value of N will be 2500. Now again another example. Two unbiased dice are thrown. Unbiased dice are thrown. If X equal to sum of the numbers showing up, so the value of X will be from 0 to 12. we can find the probability mass function of X. And we have to prove that the probability X minus 7 greater than equal to 3 less than equal to 35 by 54. This we can prove by using the inequalities, and we can also calculate this by finding the actual probability. Now this is your homework. You find out, you prove this by using the inequalities, and also you can find the actual probability of the left hand side and compare the results obtained. Now there is an, as I have told, there can be an improvement over the Chebyshev's inequality, so which I state in the form of a theorem. If a random variable x is such that expectation of x to the power 4 mod x to the power 4 is finite, and expectation of x is equal to 0 and variance of x equal to sigma square, that is equal to expectation of x square, then the probability x greater than equal to k sigma, this is less than equal to mu 4 dash minus sigma 4 divided by mu 4 dash plus sigma to the power 4 k to the power 4 minus 2 k square sigma to the power 4. This is for k greater than 1. So this is left to you as an exercise. So now we shall consider CR inequality. Expectation of x plus y to the power r, this is less than equal to CR. Expectation of x to the power r plus expectation of y to the power r, where CR is equal to 1 for r less than 1, and this is 2 to the power r minus 1 for r greater than equal to 1. Now we have already proved the CR inequality. So from CR inequality of real numbers, suppose A and B are two non-negative quantities, then A plus B to the power r less than equal to CR into A to the power r plus B to the power r, where CR is given by this. Now in particular we use x omega in place of A and y omega mod of y omega in place of B, so that we can get x omega plus y omega whole to the power r less than equal to CR mod of x omega to the power r plus mod of y omega to the power r. Now taking expectation in both the sides, we can get expectation of x plus y to the power r less than equal to CR into expectation of x to the power r, expectation of y to the power r. Now there is another important inequality, that is known as Holder's inequality. So for two random variables x and y, expectation of xy less than equal to expectation 1 by r mod x to the power r into expectation 1 by s mod y s to the power s. So where r greater than 1 and we have the condition 1 by r plus 1 by s, that is equal to 1. So to prove this, we shall consider a function phi of p, that is equal to p to the power r by r plus p to the power minus s by s with p greater than 0. Now we can find phi p is minimum at p equal to 1 and phi of 1, that is equal to 1. This is the minimum value of phi p. So the phi p, it is always greater than equal to 1. For all values of p. So in particular, let p equal to a to the power 1 by s divided by b to the power 1 by s with a greater than 0, b greater than 0 and r greater than 1 and 1 by r plus 1 by s equal to 1. So using this p equal to this, we can get phi p equal to a to the power r by s divided by br plus b to the power s by r divided by as. This is greater than equal to phi of 1, that is equal to 1. So that implies a to the power r plus s by s plus b to the power r plus s by r or divided by s. This is greater than equal to ab. Multiplying ab in left hand side and right hand side, both the sides. So this implies a to the power r plus s by s into rs by r plus s whole divided by r plus b to the power r plus s by r into rs by r plus s divided by s greater than equal to ab. So since 1 by r plus 1 by s equal to 1, that is r plus s by rs equal to 1. So rs by r plus s also equal to 1. So I can write this. So this implies this will be a to the power, here r plus s cancel out, s cancel out, a to the power r by r plus b to the power s by s greater than equal to ab. We can use a equal to mod of x omega by expectation of 1 by r mod x to the power r, and b equal to y of omega mod divided by expectation of 1 by s mod y to the power s, and taking expectation in both sides. We can get 1 by r expectation of x to the power r by expectation of x to the power r plus 1 by s expectation of y to the power s by expectation of y to the power s. This is greater than equal to expectation of xy divided by expectation of 1 by r x to the power r expectation 1 by s y to the power s. So this implies the left side, this will cancel out, this will be 1, this will be 1, 1 by r plus 1 by s, this will be 1. So 1 greater than equal to this. So that means expectation of xy is less than equal to expectation of 1 by r x to the power r mod x to the power r to expectation of 1 by s mod y to the power s, which is the Holder's inequality. Now another important inequality, that is Minkowski inequality. For two random variables x and y, expectation x plus y mod to the power r of 1 by rth power less than equal to expectation 1 by r mod x to the power r plus expectation 1 by r mod y to the power r. So r greater than equal to 1. We can prove this using Holder's inequality. So expectation of x plus y to the power r, this is equal to expectation of x plus y mod into mod of x plus y to the power r minus 1. So this is less than equal to expectation of mod x plus mod y. This is mod of x plus y less than equal to mod x plus mod y into x plus y to the power r minus 1. So this is equal to expectation of mod x into mod x plus y to the power r minus 1 plus expectation of mod y into mod x plus y to the power r minus 1. Now this is less than equal to expectation 1 by r mod x to the power r expectation of 1 minus 1 by r x plus y to the power r minus 1 into r by r minus 1. So here we use the Holder's inequality plus expectation 1 by r mod y to the power r, expectation of 1 minus 1 by r x plus y mod to the power r minus 1 into r by r minus 1. So here we use the Holder's inequality with s equal to r by r minus 1. So less than equal to expectation of x plus y to the power r whole to the power 1 minus 1 by r into expectation 1 by r mod x to the power r plus expectation 1 by r mod y to the power r. So that implies expectation 1 by r x plus y to the power r less than equal to e to the power 1 by r mod x to the power r plus expectation 1 by r mod y to the power r greater than equal to 1. So which establishes the Minkowski inequality. Now we have covered some of the important moment inequalities, but there is also another important moment inequality which we call as the basic inequality. Let x be an arbitrary random variable and g be a non-negative Borel measurable function. On set of real number r. If g is even, g is an even function and is non-decreasing on 0 to infinity, then for every a greater than 0 we can write expectation of gx minus ga divided by almost surely supremum of gx less than equal to probability mod x greater than equal to a less than equal to expectation of gx by g of a. If g is non-decreasing on r, we can replace the probability mod x greater than equal to a by probability x greater than equal to a, and it is true for every real value a. And this basic inequality, for the proof, detailed proof, you can go through the modern probability theory by B.R. Bhatt by New Age International Publications. They had proved it. You can also derive so many specific inequalities like Chebyshev's inequality, Markov's inequality from this basic inequality. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying the lecture.